There is a razor thin line between BS and grace for the ADHD parent. Hi, my name is Coach Bruce, and I'm a life to make yourself successful. I think it's essential. I think that is, as an ADHD adult, it is almost impossible to take a routine full on and never have any sort of grace for yourself about modifying it at times. I think it's necessary, and you should have grace for yourself when you need to do it. That being said, sometimes you're just full of shit. And I know that because I am too. This week, I've been in the process of moving my family across the country, and doing my morning routine has started to take a backseat to getting a little extra me time. Um, I was giving myself grace and thinking I'm spending so much time in the car. There's a lot going on. I'm a little extra stressed. So my morning routine became my whole day routine. And I'd modified it this way, quote unquote, giving myself grace. But what was really happening is that I was lying to myself. I was distracting myself from the stress I was in by just checking out. And sorry, I was still doing the routine. I was still able to get my marks, my pat on the back for each day for getting the work done. But the entire point of my morning routine is to put myself in a place of power and clarity so I'm able to accept the present as it is. I'm able to receive the information that is there for me daily. If you are caught up in all of your stories from yesterday or from the past, or if your mind isn't right, it's hard to be present and learning the lessons that are available in the now. So whenever I'm waiting to finish my routine till 5 or 6 in the evening, I'm not getting that clarity until the day is basically over. So how much am I missing throughout the day I should be catching? And I mean, the whole point of this routine is to put yourself in a place of power so you operate at your best level, at your level best, whatever version you got right now, at the best version of it. That's how you operate whenever you show up and do these simple steps. But for some people, it's genuinely hard to do all the simple steps. Sometimes it's genuinely hard for me to do all the simple steps. But in this case, I just wanted to binge watch Succession and start my day later. And I only let myself get away with this for a couple of days before I realized it, because I was still doing the work, still doing still being in the process of processing my thoughts, my feelings and emotions, and working through what was happening on a daily basis. I was still able to catch that I was lying to myself about why I was doing that. And in that honesty, I said, are you really, do you need a break, or are you taking advantage of yourself? Because nobody loses except for me. I'm the one who loses out on that growth by taking the shortcut, or in this case, taking the long cut and making this routine last all day. That doesn't mean that there's not time for me to get some me time to watch a couple of episodes of Succession, which I'm currently hooked on, but I need to do my routine first. I need to get all the stuff done for the day that helps me be in a place of power and clarity to think about things in a appreciative and grateful way, and helps remind me of what my goals are long term. Doing that every day allows me to operate from a different place. I don't let my feelings get in the driver's seat anymore. I let them inform my decisions, but my decisions are made to reach my greater goals. That's not something I had in the past. And whenever you don't spend time with your goals daily, when you don't get your mind right, it gets really easy to start operating towards comfort and out of feeling again. Operating out of feeling is weak. It is. If you have something that you want, if there is a goal that you desire, then operating out of feeling can't be the way that you get there, because feelings are momentary. Sometimes they lie. Sometimes they don't. Your feelings are your greater goals are. So what I do is I don't suppress my feelings anymore either. I acknowledge them, I feel the feeling, and I work through them in a stack. And I see what is the lesson I need to learn about whatever triggered this feeling. And so not only are the decision, I'm sorry, not only are my decisions not being made by my feelings, but I'm using an exponentially powerful move because before those feelings were controlling me and taking me to places I don't want to go. Now, no longer do they do that, but also I'm using them as a source of power and information to fuel my growth. That is, to me, extraordinarily powerful. But sometimes I'm still lazy too. And as much as I want to cut that shit out and get back on my routine and getting it knocked out first thing in the morning, I'm not going to get stuck and beat myself up for the couple days I lost doing it wrong again. I'm human. I'm not perfect. To doing it right. And whenever I mess up again, I'm gonna take notice. I'm gonna fix the problem, and I'm gonna get back to doing it right. Because especially as ADHD people, we have enough baggage of trauma that we carry around. We don't need to add to it by beating ourselves up for weeks about mistakes that only affect us. Let it go and learn to grow from it so you can move on and move forward. That's it. But I want to know in the comments, can you tell me what excuses you've been giving yourself to stop growing? Mine was I'm just a little overwhelmed right now. I deserve little extra watching time before I get into my daily routine. It's pretty lame, right? Once I pulled away and looked at it, I saw how basic that was and realized growth I want. I'm stuck in a car for hours at a time because my wife not only wants to drive, she needs to drive for her peace of mind in order to do this big move across the country. So I'm stuck in a seat in the back. I don't have anywhere to go. I don't have any responsibilities except for to deal with the occasional bickering between kids. And so why would I do anything but get my mind right first? Like this is what I'm about. This is what I'm passionate about. I have an opportunity to do what I love doing for myself for hours at a time every single day. I should take advantage of that. That is God's gift to me on this journey. So I better make sure I'm taking advantage of it. And if you are not taking advantage of your opportunities, like someone you actually want for your life. And if you're willing to do that, I'd love to have a conversation with you and help you talk through some of these hard decisions. As an ADHD parent, I know how much pressure you are under. I know how hard it is to see the possibility that there is a better way to do this, but there is. I'm doing it right now. I'm not a perfect parent, but I have found in my balanced body, being, and business, I have found a way to rise above all of the internal chatter in my head and start to live a life that trusts my inner voice to take me to somewhere greater. That trust of the inner voice, I don't think I could put a value on that because it's not something a lot of ADHD people have. And until you start to feel it, I don't even know if you can really fathom what you're missing out on. That's it for today. I will talk to you again tomorrow.